If there are three things to be done right now,
Yeah.
to ask for peace or to establish some form of peace and then have a pathway towards move less. I'm for nobody dying.
Mhm.
Whatever your background of faith is, I'm for nobody dying at all. There should be a more communal harmony and cohesion in some form. So, what are the three things to be done right now?
Three things to be done right
Or
now.
five, but what are the things?
That's okay.
Top things.
The most important thing, which I've already mentioned, is for our leaders to call upon the leadership of both of the parties to resume negotiations, to resume a peace process, to reignite the peace process. Right? There are certain matters which there are final status issues which haven't been resolved, but let's work with the things that we both align on first. But let's just change the conversation. I guess that leads into the second one. So for our leadership to put pressure on a resolution and not just pay lip service to a two-state solution, either go through with it or come up with a different alternative like a federation model or anything. As I said, solution agnostic as long as it is a solution. That's number one. Number two, at the community level, we need to change the conversation. We need to focus more on the root of the conflict rather than the symptoms of the conflict, because I can bring out a symptom and they will bring out a symptom and it just goes back and forth and we're going to be debating symptoms all day as to whose fault it is. The third thing, and I guess it's also the most important thing that we can do as Australians, is to read up on the subject and don't just read it from one narrative. Explore both narratives, engage with both communities, get a sense of what people are thinking on both sides so you can try to make sense of this whole thing, and then through that you'll understand how important finding a solution and finding a way forward is. Do not prescribe solutions without understanding the landscape first. What Zionism means to Jewish people is different from what Zionism means to Palestinians. What the Palestinian national identity means to Palestinians is different from what the Palestinian national identity means to Jewish people. And just to go into that a bit more, understand also that both sides aren't monolithic communities. There's a diverse spectrum of thought within the Jewish community as there is within the Palestinian community. And so that makes it even harder. It introduces a new challenge to try and reconcile what we can. But it is important that our focus is on that without doing a disservice to what we have been through. Not asking people to forget about the injustices that have occurred to their side or both sides, but they are an important reminder as to why this thing needs to be resolved. And that's where we need to focus. Those are the three things.
Thank you.
Just to reiterate, leadership to call for a solution, call for peace, call for hold the Canberra Accords, call it the Fair Go Accords. We do tend to underestimate ourselves as Australia. The second thing was to change the conversation. And the third thing was to learn more about the subject before forming an opinion on it.